Joanna. Hi, King Suk.
Hi, Andrea, and hello, whoever has locked in and looking at us. It's yet another new episode number 19.
Yeah.
Yeah,
19.
episode number 19 of Let's Golf with Andrea. And obviously, you guys, you know what golf is all about. Golf is get together of lovely folks, friends, and families. Who are these lovely folks, friends, and families? It's you, it's us, it's all of us. It's all the people who love to support each other, work on themselves, elevate themselves. So, like we have this theme called as uh, triple E. So, first one is enlighten yourself, empower others, and elevate your own life and of others too. That is what is the theme of golf, and that's how we began this program called Let's Golf with Andrea. Thank you all for whoever is watching us. So, who is Andrea? Andrea is the person on the extreme left top corner, and her name is Andrea Stadolter. And who is she? She is a life coach. Life coach who has a mastery over mind mastery, over life transformation, and through self realization. So, who is the girl sitting next to her? She is Jyoti Pandey, a aspiring coach and a very enthusiastic presenter herself. And the person who is the guest of our honor is none other than Joanna. And she joins us live from Greece. So she is the first ever Greek presenter on our channel. And say we all like to say hi to her. And last but not the least, this is Kingshuk. Kingshuk, known on LinkedIn nowadays as Abradeep. Well, that's happened to be my name on my passport too. So Kingshuk is the brand name, and Abradeep Basagi is my real name. And thank you for once again coming into today's episode of Let's Golf with Andrea. And what's the topic today? The topic today is, hey, Mr. Leader, if you cannot lead by example, will you at least lead by example? So it's a very good topic chosen around the expertise sector of Joanna, who happens to be working with the top leadership coach on top leadership coaching, and that's the theme of our program. And before we start the program and create a flow around it, I will talk a little bit about what I believe whether I am a leader or not. So I don't think I don't qualify to be a leader because leaders lead by example and I follow by example. So I am the world's best follower. I am not the world's best leader. Why? Because when a follower sees his people moving around or in front of him, he'll at least not fall into the ditch where the people leading him might fall into. And at the same time, he will also see who else is moving ahead. If he is the person who is in the front, he will not be able to see who is following him. So the best person, I feel that I should be a follower so that I can see my men or my people going ahead of me. And even if they go and fall into a ditch, I can pick them up from the ditch. And at the same time, we are always on the right track. So that's my perception of being a top follower instead of being a top leader. And I am a follower by example. So with this small anecdote, let's move to Andrea Sterolta to what she thinks about being a leader by example before we move on to Jyoti and of course our guest speaker Joanna. So here it's over to you, Andrea.
Okay, thank you. But I need to correct you. I think you are a follower and a leader. Let's put it that way. I think, um, why am I saying this? Because if you do and create something to make other people or help people to become significant, then you are definitely a leader and not a follower. Yeah, that's my view on you. And then, talking about a CEO who leads and the one who should leave, I have an example, and this example. Well, I will tell the story, and you will judge or not judge, or you will give your comments about this. So there is this CEO, and the CEO is a woman, and this woman has problems with especially one employee, and it looks like that she feels not good enough, not competent enough, because the person she has a problem with is more competent. It's somebody with a strong self-esteem, strong character, organization talent, etc., etc. So in team meetings, that CEO starts shouting and saying to the others, don't shout. I don't want anybody to shout, but she shouts because she feels that she only gets the attention when she shouts or something like that. And it's a true story happening now. Not happening to me, but it's happening to someone who's close to me. And um, in Germany and maybe in other Western countries, retired people are asked to join companies so that the knowledge is transferred to the younger employees, because in the past people were asked to leave companies at the age of 63 to make space for others, younger people, and now we have the situation that there aren't enough people. So these this person who has a problem with the CEO is someone who retired and decided to work for two reasons: get some extra money, of course, but also because this person believes, if I now sit at home, I will grow old. When I work, I will stay young. Yes. And this CEO goes so far to say, whilst the whole business world is encouraging pensioners to come and work, this CEO says all pensioners should go. That's one thing. The other thing that CEO is saying that things like it's obvious that the CEO feels the pressure of this person in the team, because that person has this strong character. And the CEO goes so far: if we would make decisions together as the team, as you and my team, how would I would lose my power. This is what the CEO said. And
He feels by intimidating or dominating people, he can become the leader. So he's the wrong leader. That's what you meant
yeah,
to mean?
yes, that is
Yes.
that is the wrong leader. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now on top of the CEO is management, and the management, because this CEO is part of a big group of and there is a big management above them, and so they advertise that they actually proposed a leading course, and the leading course is as such one session with a coach for this person alone, one session with this person that CEO has a problem with, and one session with all team members. So this is
Right.
what, so 3 sessions to change someone. And Joanna, I would like your opinion. How much, how much would you believe that these 3 sessions can change this person's belief that if I don't take control, how can I be a CEO?
Okay. For me, let me share my opinion about the leadership. Okay. First of all, I believe that everybody is a leader. Okay, because every day in our life we lead something. We lead the daily task. We lead our child. We lead our marriage. We lead our colleagues. Okay, it's about leading. We educate them, we follow them, we show what they have to do. So everybody is a leader.
Yeah.
The misunderstanding happen because sometimes when we are talking about the professional life and talking about the leadership, automatically we believe that, okay, I am a leader, I'm giving order, I'm the wow of the wow, okay, I'm doing everything, I know everything, I can do everything, which is wrong. Leadership is an ongoing session,
Mm-hmm.
an ongoing process, and is an ongoing learning. Either you are, let's say, the last level, okay, into the company, in the middle level, or in the upper level, the CEO, you are still learning. You don't know. So you have to learn from the young people because they have the energy, because they have, let's say, some time, um, they can share more, they are more direct. And also you have to learn from the older people because they have the experience and might have the experience in the different direction, in a different domain. So, as a leadership, you are the leader. Everybody is a leader. The point here is not if you are a good leader or you are a bad leader. The question for me is if you can lead as people wish to lead them, and if you can lead them, not, not by ordering, but by mentoring them. On the other side, if I need to have personally to have 100 sessions with someone talking about something, yes, I am more than eager to do it. But in some cases, it cannot be because simply not all people can do for can make it in all the positions, okay? And it's not bad. What I'm saying, maybe you might come to me and say, what are you talking about? I'm not saying that you are not, let's say, capable to do something, but you have your talents, I have my talents. Everybody has different talents. So you are excellent on something, I'm excellent on something different. It doesn't mean that you can do what I'm doing or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I get you.
I
I
do.
get you. Yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, this is what I believe about the leadership, and that's why, okay, I truly love the title because of this session, because it's actually a big truth, okay? If you
Yeah.
can lead by example, please do it. If you cannot lead by example, it's not bad to say, I cannot do it yet, growth mindset, if you like
Mm.
it. Let me give me some time to learn more, to get the experience, and I will come back. don't continue to do something that you cannot do in an excellent way, because in that you are risk the professional life of other people. Okay, because people waiting for you to learn something, waiting for you to 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 coach them, waiting for you to be there for them. Okay, if you cannot do it, just stop doing it. I don't know if you agree. Maybe I'm a little bit, you know, maybe you don't agree and you believe that I came here to say, yes, everybody can be a great leader, but my belief is that everybody can be a leader because actually he is a leader, but everybody needs to understand that he needs to learn more and he needs to learn every day. This is this is my point here.
No, no. For example, if there are sessions for the top leader and for the mid management leader and the lower rank people, how different would those sessions be? I know everybody has got the talent to be a leader, everybody has got diverse talents. But if Andrea was the question that Andrea was pointing was that if we had separate sessions for the top leader and a separate session for the person below them to handle this leader, and there are sessions even further below to handle this entire management. That's what Andrea is coming from. How in a session could you handle the top leader, the mid-level leader, and the people below? That's what she was
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the situation, okay? Sometimes we need to be all together because we have to discuss all together, and sometimes we need to discuss in separate session, okay? Because if we need to discuss with someone from the mid level, and I don't know I don't know the discussion to seems to be an escalation to the upper level, okay?
Yes.
I need to discuss with him, I need to explain, I need to do what I have to do. But in other cases, okay, I need to have all together because all together we are at the same boat. Okay, no matter if you are a CEO or you are a leader or you are a manager or you are a director or whatever the level you have. Okay, it depends on situation. It's not all the situations the same. So there are situations that you need to be all together. The CEO, the directors, the upper level manager, and the middle level management, on just people, okay. And in some other cases, you need first of all to have a discuss in separated session so as to either to understand better or to give directions to the people.
Right.
Personally,
So,
well, can I say something, please?
yeah,
This
please.
this this situation is going on. It's an ongoing situation since 2 years, right? And I would, as a coach, I would make that person see their limiting beliefs and make them see how this was created by themselves. Yes, by that person itself, herself. Yeah, it's a woman herself. And from there, one session is not enough because you need to manifest what you have found, that you are good enough, and in several sessions. So giving somebody the opportunity to have a management course, as they call it, and then with a coach, and then make it 3 sessions, one with the person alone, one with the person she has a problem with, and one with the full team, is, in my opinion, not enough, because you uh, the, they will see, you can make her see her limiting belief, and then she needs to manifest within herself that she is good enough. And whatever she is lacking is maybe a real management course, not a coach, but the management course. Because if someone believes that I need to control my staff instead of I need to empower my staff to be an individual with their knowledge and help me thrive, then you have a problem. And I'm saying this because I used to work for a CEO he was absolutely, he was fantastic. He knew all 300 employees and above, he knew them by name. And when he had his retirement speech, the one thing he said was he never felt that he was alone on his way, and that we all were part of his career and his goals and his achievements and the achievements of the company. Yeah. So, and I agree with you, Joanna. Every one of us is a leader. When we lived in Nigeria, the nanny loved my son, and she said he is going to be a leader when he is an adult. And he is, simply because he is a kind, gentle, honest, respectful person. And that makes you a leader because you have the ability to speak from the heart and let others shine next to you. And you are not wanting the position for yourself. And the one lesson I had from that nanny, and also from the CEO for I work for, and my mentor was, if you help others to become significant, watch what is happening to your significance. And this is how a leader should work, in my opinion. And as you rightly say, it can happen in your own household, in your private circumstances. You don't need to address it to business only. Every one of us is a leader. As soon as you love yourself and can give to others, you also lead. What do you think, Jyoti?
Yes, yes. One more thing. I think before I go, there is one thing common in today's show. You know what? Whoever is watching this show, I'll tell you what is common today. To each of the four people in the screen, English is a third language. So, Andrea, German is a first language, Dutch is a second language, and English is a third language. And for Joanna, Greek is her mother tongue, and there is another language, or maybe English is a third language. What about Jyoti? Jyoti, Hindi, and by mistake she stayed in Calcutta. So Bengali is a second language, and third language is English. And for me, Bengali is my mother tongue, and Hindi is my second language, and English is my third language. So all the four of us have one thing in common, that we, first of all, English is a third language. Second thing in common is we all four of us are leaders on their own right, except me, who is also a very good follower, other than being a good leader. And the biggest thing is that now that I have to keep my mouth mum and allow Jyoti to speak.
Yeah.
Jyoti, it's your turn to speak about lead by example or lead by example. You're
So
over to you,
hello,
Jyoti.
yes. So hello everyone. First of all, I would like to strike a second common thing, that is, it started with Andrea, like the show goes, let's golf with Andrea, and then IJK. So IJK, you are smart enough to figure out who are IJK. So we three are IJK apart from Andrea. So that's one thing.
IJK, Gianna, Jyoti, and Kingshuk, and Andrea. IJKA. But fantastic, beautiful. Well said. Well said. Yeah, yeah.
About the topic for the day, I believe that your belief don't make you a better person, but your behavior does. So what happens is, as we say that every dog can handle success, but it takes guts to handle failure. So leader is someone who can, understand what the failure
Stop,
is.
stop for one moment. Stop for one moment. Everybody else, mute.
Everybody
Everybody else,
else.
mute.
Only the speaker keeps the microphone on, rest all keep it mute. Yeah.
Okay, can I
Carry on. Yeah, now you can speak.
Okay. So the best way to lead people into the future is to connect with them deeply into the present. So if you want to create leader, if you want to become a leader, you need to understand the situation you are right now and accept and overcome that situation. As I'll give you an example, guys. So everyone says that what is motivation? If you want to get motivated, you will go on YouTube and you will watch couple of videos on YouTube to get motivated. But motivation is not what is required in a room. In a room, you are taking your team. Like I happen to be a leader for 15 years of my life in my career. So if you're talking to people and you're motivating them, it's not required. Lead by example. So you have to inspire them with your live example. That's what I'll give you a simple story. So there was a leader in one of my previous organizations, and he was into motivating people to take the IJP, to go to the other departments because there is a requirement. But I happened to ask him, how about you? How long have you been in this designation in the same department? So he happened to say 17 years. So just imagine the situation of those people whom you are trying to motivate. Will they be motivated enough? If you are not in action, no one wants your lecture, because lecture is everywhere, on internet, on Google, on YouTube, everywhere. So the basic is, it takes time to understand what's the logic, but information and implementation are two extremes. So once you are able to implement something that you are teaching to others, that's when leadership comes. So definitely, as everyone said, everyone is a leader at the moment when you understand that you are taking ownership of your life, you are taking ownership of your failures, you are not blaming others for your failures. So that is leadership. You if leader I can say you have to be a change catalyst. If you want to become a leader, you have to be the change catalyst. Accept the change and then lecture. Accept the change and then lecture. People doesn't want lecture at all. They want to see inspired action. So that's
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Yeah, Joanna, you can say. You're telling something.
I would like to make. Sorry.
You carry on. Carry on. We are able to hear you. You can speak.
Yeah. Okay. I have 2 points. Okay. The first one is there an echo? Why?
Maybe you.
We are able to hear you. You don't worry about what else is going on. You speak. We are able to hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you perfectly well. You keep speaking. Don't worry about what you say.
I have 2 points here. The first one is about you were talking about how open we are. That we have to be near to our people. The person showed the clear fact about the open spaces, into the government, right? My question here is, how open are those doors? Because to say open doors, this is not the meaning. Okay? The meaning is to be open to all people, to be there for the people, not just about the policy, okay? About everything. And the second one is about what Johnny said about the motivation. Motivation is about everything. It's not about doing something good for people. It's about being there for the people all the time. If there is an issue, if they are laughing, if they are laughing, this is what I would like to say.
Well said, well said. So, Andrea, you want to add something?
Yes, I want to add that I have echo. And
Yeah.
I
And Joanna, while Andrea speaks, you can keep your microphone, your speaker off when Andrea speaks, so that there is no echoing noise.
yes.
Except the speaker, everybody else keeps the audio muted. Audio is to be muted. Joanna, I'm telling you, please mute the audio.
Okay. No.
Okay. Okay, you can speak. Andrea, you can speak.
Yes. But we have echo. And I would like to see. Yeah. Here
Joanna, are you hearing us? Joanna, please shut your audio. Please shut your audio. No, not. There is a speaker. There is a mic below. In the stream, you see a mic and a video option below. You click on that video option and mute it.
Okay.
Yeah. She is mute. She is mute now. You can speak.
Well, okay. I still have it, and I think it's the headphone.
Andrea, can you explain to Joanna in a soft way?
Yes.
Tell her to.
I think, Joanna, your headphones are disturbing, and I would like to ask you to take your headphones off and do the show without.
I am muted.
ज्योति तुम्हारा ऑफ है क्या?
Okay.
तो फिर what about?
Well, I have echo, and so have the people joining us. I'm now better. Can you hear me now? Oh, right. Okay. So because it was echo, I have no idea what Joanna said. So if you could hear it, Abardeep, please take over.
What she basically wanted to say is that what Jyoti already told. She basically said that a leader doesn't try to impose his authority on his subordinates by shouting or establishing his authority. What he does is basically he starts first of all walking the talk. The second thing he does is that he finds out what are the good points and the flaws in everybody and tries to elevate the good points and tries to subtly lower down the negative points. How? By speaking to that person in private, not in front of others and trying to demean that person and not recognizing his worth. Everybody in this world deserves right amount of mutual respect and empathy and compassion. So if a good leader is able to harness and encourage the good talents in every subordinate that is reporting to him, and at the same time can also work on the bad points by talking to that person in private, then he will have not only proven that he himself is a leader, he has created a second rung of leader below him, who is going to be equally powerful in trying to not only work together, but work in such a way that the company is benefited. That's what she meant in her own words, right? And when Jyoti was talking about motivation and inspiration is all over the place. But the thing is that you should not only absorb what motivation and inspiration those words are trying to tell you, but if you don't practice it yourself, how will it help?
Exactly.
So practice is above preach. Practice is about everything, and the ability to recognize that yes, if I am good, there is something good in my team members. There is something nice to be harnessed in good members. If there is a mistake, leaders shouldn't get afraid to own up for the mistakes. Even if the team has done a mistake, he has to own up himself. Why? Because he is responsible for the team that is following him. So that person has to have humility and compassion at the base of it. But at the same time, that person should never lose himself while doing so. So he has to have a perfect balance of everything, not only leading, but also seeing that others are not being misled. Others are also others are also important in the entire aspect. So that is very important, and that's what we wanted to say. So, Andrea, would you like to add something?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. And I don't know where the echo is coming from. I have no idea. Okay, it's better now. Okay. Yes, because I want to give an example of bad leadership myself. I used to be the leader, the team lead of a team, and it was for DACH. DACH standing for Germany and Austria and Switzerland. And it was in the days before I transformed. And was I empathetic? I can tell you a story that we took over this department from Germany. Yeah, they had closed the department in Germany, brought it into the Netherlands, and I was the team lead. And with me started two people, one young man and a young woman. So I can't remember. We were there maybe for a year and a bit. The woman gets pregnant, maybe not even, I think in the first month. Okay, these things happen, right? I could handle that. So we found from my work, from my previous work, I knew a young woman who was perfect to come and stay and work with us in those days that my pregnant team member would be at home, yeah, giving birth and taking her time before she would come back. So that was all fixed. And then whilst the team member was at home before giving birth, then giving birth, and then being at home for 12 weeks after, in this precious 3 months, the young woman I hired to to take over from her got pregnant too. That's when I flipped. I really flipped. Can you imagine? It was something out of my control and I flipped. I was really not a good leader. I was sorry? I am not audible? I don't know what to do.
connection issues at your end.
Abradeep, she was very much clear. You just keep your mic off. You keep your mic off. Let Andrea complete what she's saying. I think Andrea, he'll rejoin. You can continue.
Okay, I don't know what to do about this because we had this once before, and it happens with microphones and headphones disturbing. I don't know. Anyways, we just keep on. I'm just saying, I was the example of a bad leader. I couldn't. I was neither empathetic. I was screaming and shouting, and I had the same feeling of not being in control. But you don't need to be in control. You need to just give. And when you give, you will receive. I couldn't give. I was too busy with myself, with my own BS. Let's put it that way. My BS at work, my BS at home, and let's see if he's coming back. So yeah, I openly say, in those days, I was a really bad leader. I was a bad leader for the people in the company, my team, and I was a bad leader at home. So I know how it feels, because it's not a nice feeling. It's yeah. How can I explain this? You see everything flooding away from you, and you have absolutely no chance to put it right. And I started working harder and harder and harder, and I burned myself out. And that was that was a time for me to leave, and I should have left before. You see, if you if you have the feeling that you cannot be, that you do not have the knowledge, or that you are not fit within yourself to do the leadership in a team, you shouldn't do it. You should not do it, because people deserve much more than a person who is out of control within. Can I say that right? Can I say that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Joanna, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, first of all, I have to say that, okay, because you are a leader, it doesn't mean that you have everything under control all the time, because you cannot forget that we are all human, okay? And we cannot have it everything under control, or we cannot have the knowledge of the world, okay? We cannot do it this. I know and I believe, and I can understand 100% your feelings, because I was there many times, and I was, I believed actually that people, they waiting for me everything. They waiting for me to give all the answers, to do miracles, okay? And I realized one day, I just realized, and of course, one of my manager and mentor says that, you know something, the wrong with you, it's not that you are not a good leader. The wrong with you is that you have put higher expectation by yourself, from yourself. Other people do not, let's say, wait for you to know everything, okay? And that's why the good leader, the leader who's leading by example, for me, is the one who understands others, who can understand his weaknesses, okay? And he can understand that it's simple, okay? Maybe sometimes you don't have the control, but someone from your team does. So trust him, and let him lead the way. This is this is for me the way, leading by example. Okay, in
Mhm.
some cases I don't know something, I cannot do it. It's simply because I don't know it, because I don't feel it, because many things. Okay, because we are human. But there is always someone in our team that can do it on behalf of us. So let him lead the way. This is leading by example.
Yeah, I, uh, I actually agree because now that I have changed, I see where I went wrong, right? And it it was a lesson. There was a time, and then it was my lesson. But I truly feel sorry for those who had to work with me then. Do you understand? I forgave myself, but forgave myself to be in this situation, and that was a hard one to do. But sometimes I still think, oh, I'm so sorry that you young people had to work with me, being being so not compassionate, not empathetic for you as a person. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But
I get to must be initial days when you that was the same from back when I was promoted as a team leader. I was running
mm,
all across the shop floor and I was telling everyone, I'm a team leader, I am a team leader. And that was so exciting moment for me. After this many years, I became a team leader. And then one of my managers asked me to calm down, hold your horses. You organization gave you a designation of a team leader. It is the people who tells if you are an actual leader or not. So
yeah,
leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking charge of those who are in your charge. So it's basically it's not delegation but empowering them that yes, you have the right, you have the right. I am not sitting on your head and asking you to do this,
mm,
that, xyz things. It's not that. It's about empowering them. And that's why we call even the top notch CEOs or HOs right now need somewhere or the other that push. And that push maybe from their family, maybe from a coach, or maybe somewhere or the other. But everyone in life needs a push, even if they are topping the charts. We talk
mm,
about top actors, we talk about anyone and everyone needs that charge. That spark
mm,
needs to be ignited. So
mm,
that is
yeah,
I think that is what leadership is. And what Abradeep gave a very awesome twist to this thing, that leaving by example. So leaving by example is definitely the right choice. It means recognizing when a situation or environment no
yeah,
longer aligns with your values or goals, and having the courage to walk away. That is leadership. If you think
mm,
you are not the right fit, you need to take charge of that situation and move on. That is leadership. And it's about protecting your integrity, clearing the paths. It is about showing interest, showing self-respect. That is leadership. So leading by example is definitely an awesome thought. That at times caught in the wrong job is not incorrect. Caught in the wrong job is not incorrect. But realizing that this is not the right fit for you, what you are trying to do doesn't align with your values, goals, and principles, understanding that is also leadership. So
mm,
everyone, as Joanna said, everyone is leader. When they understand, they have to take charge. You have to take charge. You cannot keep, suppose if I am getting married to a guy who is the choice of my mom and dad, and if that guy happens to be an incorrect entry in my life, I should not blame my mom, dad, right? I should be blaming myself that I may have done something, or first understanding or taking charge of that situation. If completely it's a complete no, then it is okay to let the person live happily. If he is not happy with me, that is leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's a wonderful example you just gave, because as Joanna says, leadership is within everyone. Yes, so we lead our lives. We make choices about our lives. We lead in business. We lead everything. It's all about the choices we make, because we have the ability to change whatever is in our way, and whatever we cannot uh, um, whatever we cannot accept. You can sit back and feel as a victim and thinking, oh, this is happening to me. Or you step out and take action, and as soon as you take action, things will change, and that is leading. And the one thing is, before you lead others, you got to lead yourself, isn't
Yes,
it?
exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Please go
This is
on.
true.
Please say
Yeah.
more about this.
No, no. It's about, leadership is about leading yourself.
Mm,
Okay? Understand, first of all, what you want to do. Understand who you are and why you're doing what you're doing. And
mm,
after that is about leading yourself.
mm,
It's not only about leading the others. And if I can give an example, let's say, or an analogy, it's like our child, okay? We have our child, we educate them, we learn about the values of the life to our child, okay? And we are very happy and very proud to see them grow up.
mm,
But sometimes they do something which is wrong, which is bad, which is not based on what on the beliefs of our family. Okay, something bad. You may sometimes be very aggressive and say, "What are you doing this?
mm,
It's too bad. Oh my God!" Or blah, blah. Or maybe you can have a different approach, explaining to them that, what you did is not so good, so please don't do it. In any case, your children trust you. So
mm,
even
mm,
you start, let's say, screaming or explaining or whatever you do, at the end of the day, because people trust you, because people know that you love them or respect them or everything, then you can fix everything. So this is, let's say, something about leadership. First of all, is to learn yourself, to understand who you are, and after that is to trust your people, to respect your people, so as everything one day come back to you. Because if
mm.
you give respect, you get respect. If you
Yeah,
don't give it, you never don't ask it because you never get it. It's too simple.
it is true. If it's with everything, if you don't know how it feels, if you don't know how respect feels, if you don't know how love feels, how can you give it to others? You can't. You cannot give anything. What? Oh, now we've lost 22. Because I just got a message from Aberdeep. He doesn't know what's happening. He can't come back in. So if we, oh, there
Oh,
she is. She's
she's
back.
back.
So it's with everything. When we don't know how it works and how it feels, it's with own understanding, feelings, and knowledge. And it's the same with, for example, using a program. If you don't know how it works, how can you teach someone else? It's so
Yeah,
simple. It's like that,
yeah.
isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
why the biggest mistake that leaders continue to always do is that when we establish it, I found it, I see this from my job, coming from my job. We establish, let's say, development programs. We create tailored trainings. We create workshops. We create so many things. And when we go back there to start training and asking, okay, where is the leadership team? The answer is the same one. They are so busy. They have to do this, they have to do that, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, nobody is too busy. Okay? And at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to develop yourself, to grow yourself, and to improve yourself. Because what you learned 2 years ago, it doesn't mean that much to the present, you know?
Yes.
What I did, what I learned in my college is completely different of what I'm doing right now and what I know right now. So,
Yeah.
first of all, you need to learn and say stop, because at the end of the day, leadership is not about handling the task, the daily task is about leading your people. Your,
Correct, Joanna. I would like to add to this. Beautifully said. So basically, leadership, as you said, it's about understanding, and it is said that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. So the first point is take leadership of whatever situation you are in. Because today, if I give you an example, so I had this beautiful team wherein everyone will not be talking,
Mhm.
right? So there were people who were always on mute. They may have been scared, or may they don't have any thoughts, but I used to promote them that it's okay to have a negative statement also, but if you have a point, you need to tell this to the world. You show this to the world, that's the main point. Because that's what I believed. And the people who are always silent, who have accepted that their managers, their family members, or anyone or everyone can take ownership of their life, but they will not take any action, they cannot be great leaders. So if we talk about great leaders, so it is said that the world needs role models more than it needs critics. So become a role model. That's what is the message to anyone and everyone
Yeah.
out there. Become a role model.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Take the lead
exactly.
and walk the talk and
Correct.
do it. Because if you don't, that is the same as knowing and not doing is not doing. It's not knowing, right? Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
information and implementation.
Yeah.
Correct. That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
only information if there is no
Yes.
implementation.
yeah.
Okay. So
Exactly.
Aberdeep cannot come back today for some reason. So we three ladies, I think we smashed it. Is there something, Joanna, you want to give to the world? Your last words, how to those who feel that they cannot lead or aren't a leader, what would you tell them?
Yeah. Okay, as I said in the beginning, everybody is a leader. The question is not if I'm a good leader or a bad leader. The question is if you want to lead,
Mm.
if you really truly want to lead. If you want to do it, then learn. And when I'm saying learn, I'm not talking about getting 1,000 training or reading books or whatever. Learn from your people around you.
Mm.
They have the best lessons give to you. They are the best teacher for you. Trust your people. Accept that you cannot do everything. Accept that you don't know everything. Remember when you start, because you are a leader, but before you be a leader, you were just a person in the company, in the job, wherever you are. So never forget this. Put yourself in their shoes all the time, and I believe that everything will go great. Just believe in yourself and just believe that you can do it. Everything only if you try.
That's so beautifully said. Jyoti, your last
Yes.
your last comment.
Yes, I just want to add one thing. but till the time Pradeep was there, Kingshuk was there, we were having, connectivity issues and audible. We were not audible, and we were getting so many messages. The moment he just left, I think there is some connectivity problem at his place, because that's what I just got a message from
Yes.
him. So we will entertain him next time. And my message to everyone out here is, sometimes the hardest thing and the right thing are the same. So take leadership of your own life first, and then take in charge. One, what we call, when you are ready, step on the path and the way appears.
Yeah.
And this is the exact statement, and this is exactly what happens in our lives. So once you are there, once you are start taking action, and you are there taking care of your own life, leadership of your own life, that's how you become a leader, and you are ready to rule the world and explore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Over
true.
to you,
So I
Andrew.
can only add, live your life, lead your life, live it every moment, and lead it every moment. Live in the now, forget the past, don't go too far in the future, because everything can change from the moment now to the moment next. You never know.
Yeah.
And having a goal is becoming the person you need to be on the way. Don't focus on the goal, focus on the person you need to become. That's my message for today. And thank you, ladies. It was a wonderful meeting. And I love your insights,
Thank you.
Joanna. And I hope you're coming back someday.
Of course, it would be great pleasure for me. Thank you very much for having me here. I really, really enjoyed the discussion, and it would be a great pleasure to discuss again for a different topic, maybe.
Great. Okay, I
Yeah.
want to say goodbye to all. We see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we have another
Goodbye.
show. And it's going to be insightful again. It's
Yes.
Okay.
also a new person from India. And just wait and see. Bye bye
Yes.
for now.
Bye. Bye,
Bye. Bye
everybody.
bye.
Great meeting, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.